So hey STEAMIT community, I just want to take you on a short walk through the garden on this very beautiful late summer day in Munich. Well, I've been gardening for some years now and this year is no exception, but I could not devote as much time as I wanted to this year, so it's pretty much a bit wild this year. But nevertheless it's pretty beautiful because there's a lot of wildlife, critters, birds, all kinds of insects I've never seen before. They have migrated to the garden. So let's just take a look. So what we have here is a variety of tomatoes. It's wild tomatoes. It's a yellow variety and it's been self-seeding here from last year. So it's a bit late because it took quite some time in spring to get up and running, but now it's starting to get ripe. And it's really a sturdy variety, so it fared a lot better than the normal culture you do with tomatoes. There's some conventional variety of tomatoes over here. Okay, they're ripening now, but they were hard hit by the massive rains that we have this year. So if we go over here, we have zucchini. They have produced so lavishly, it's incredible. So there is still someone coming. So one plant produced maybe about 10 or 15 zucchinis and it's absolutely amazing. So they're still coming and coming and coming. You can also hear maybe the critter. So much wildlife in this garden, so everything is really wild and thick. So here's some squash over there, a green variety of a Hokkaido. Over here you have some parsnips. It's a very old variety of, basically it's white carrots, but it's very old variety, super tasty. And then you have here, it's Jerusalem artichoke, and it grows like mad. It's maybe 250 meters now. It's growing. The sky is the limit here. And it's, in case you don't know it, it's quite like potatoes. It's a root vegetable. It's growing in the ground. So here, and what it produces is amazing. It produces about, I would say we can get here about 10-15 kilos of Jerusalem artichoke from one plant. And well, I do a video when I harvest these. It will be amazing. So what do we have again? It's really a mess here. So here are some beets that are really growing nicely down here. Another zucchini, the biggest of all, gets the most sun. So we have an apple tree, a small apple tree, some flower plants where bees are frequent visitors. So then you have beans, quite a lot. We harvested about 3 kilos from these and they still keep producing everywhere they are. Amazing. So over there it's really dry because this was a barren patch of land some years ago. And there were the fears and everything growing and taking all this fear here over there is taking all the water over there, so nothing is really growing. And you see this squash is really struggling now, but there is a small one here being produced. So he's just a baby hazelnut. It's really coming up nicely. It's been planted 2 years ago. What we have here is the wild roses, the fruits, very big variety, very vital plant, awesome. And two other cool things before we stop here is a lot of people think this is an invading plant. It's the Canadian goldenrod, and they want to remove it from the ecosystem here in Europe. But basically, I mean, it's one of the few plants that flowers in late summer and autumn, and you can see the bees, they are loving it. So why would you want to remove such an amazing plant? There's so many bees here, it's amazing. So they can get all the nectar they need to get through winter. And then there is another amazing plant. I have a lot of them here, and it's the mullein. So because I ran out of memory, so I had to come back here. So the last thing I want to tell you is about the mullein. The mullein is absolutely one of my favorite plants. I mean, Here it's already died back, it's already stopped to flower, so it's already dead and dry. So this one over here has still some flowers on it. They're beautiful and they are absolutely vital for insects and bees. But now, what can you do with these is even more extraordinary. So, for example, on New Year's Eve, you can put on some vegetable oil on that, just sprinkle it over, and then you can use it as a torch. And it will burn for 20-30 minutes. And this is really a big one here. Amazing. Kids love that, and I loved it too. And yeah. And then another cool thing are these leaves. When they are still fresh and not dried, people say it's the best toilet paper you can get. Here it's a bit green, but more importantly though, even is that they are a really good protection for ladybugs. So when you come here in spring, it's still very cold outside, and you look into these leaves and you see 20-30 of ladybugs sitting inside seeking shelter from the cold. So to have it here over winter is just extremely important to have ladybugs the next year. Well, and here it's so wild. Oh, yeah. Here I tried some rye, to plant some rye. It's completely ripe. I should maybe harvest it, but I haven't yet, so maybe I'm doing that later. So, well, basically, that's it. If you want to have more insight into gardening, if you want to know more about plants that grow here, or maybe you could have any suggestions what I could plant next year, so please feel free to post it in the comment section. And generally I think gardening is just amazing. So we just take a zucchini, so we can make it. It's a really big one, and there is a little slug on it. Beautiful. So gardening is amazing. Gardening is also, well, kind of anarchy, because it gives you self-sufficiency and you can give stuff like that to your neighbors and come in contact with them. So I highly recommend everyone doing that, and if you like it, you can upvote it and comment on it, and see you next time, and hope you liked it. So bye.